Danny Swift Garcia will be taking on Robert the Ghost Guerrero for the vacant WBC title this Saturday night at the Staples Center in LA. Garcia will be looking to impress in this fight and has said that winning this contest will make him a bigger star than what he already is. Now personally, I don't think it does at all. Now I like Danny Garcia, but before he can start saying things like this, he needs to be fighting the bigger, more current names in the division, guys like Porter, Thurman, Spence, Brook. He's only fought once at welterweight against the likes of Paulie Malignaggi and has no choice but to build on that because Paulie was out of his prime at the end of his career and hadn't fought in a year. Now Amir Khan has been made the mandatory contender for the WBC title, so if Garcia wins this fight, then we could see a rematch between the two fighters and a chance for Amir to avenge his loss. Also, the fans already think that he ducked Victor Postol by moving up to the welterweight division and by vacating his titles at light welterweight. So he needs to start building his portfolio with relevant and dangerous fighters to gain the respect of the fans. I think the problem Garcia has is that the fans believe he's had a lot of decisions luckily go his way, one example being the fight against Peterson, and I think he may have lost their respect for those reasons. Guerrero has been involved in wars and is far from a shot fighter, but he needs to win this. Now both these guys will come to fight, but I think that if the Ghost wants to pull this off, he needs to stick to his boxing and make it difficult and awkward for him like Garcia had against Peterson. Now if you watch the Peterson-Garcia fight, you'll see that Garcia struggles against boxers, so Guerrero needs to make sure he doesn't get embroiled in a war and stick to his boxing. Now a lot of people are saying that both Garcia and Guerrero were given a gift by the WBC in letting them fight for the title, and I'm inclined to agree, simply because there's a lot of other fighters in that division who I believe deserve it more. Now Garcia is the favourite in this fight, but don't write off Guerrero. He's a former two-weight champion and is a warrior, there's no doubt about that. So although I like both fighters, I would love to see Guerrero pull this off, as it would be a massive career win for him and would put a dent in Danny's attempts to make noise in the welterweight division. I do have doubts though, as Guerrero has been struggling in his last few fights, and to me it's looking like he's not the same fighter. Maybe the Ghost could hit Garcia with a phantom shot and cause an upset, but given that he took a loss to Floyd, Keith Thurman and struggled against the likes of Aaron Martinez, I doubt whether he can pull this off. At the same time, Danny has had some suspect decisions too, but having said that, I think he's more likely to win. Now here's a quote from Guerrero going into this fight. Going up against an undefeated fighter adds motivation to my drive. I want to defeat the undefeated guy, especially with this opportunity, and I want to raise everybody's eyebrows. Now to me, with this quote, it says a lot. He thinks that he needs to take advantage of the opportunity. Maybe he believes he doesn't deserve it, and he wants to raise everybody's eyebrows. He wants to win in good fashion. He wants to take Danny Garcia's O. He wants to prove the doubters wrong. Now, I would love for the Ghost to pull this off, because if he does, young Danny can always come again. I think it's a great fight for the division and a great way to start 2016, but I have got to go with the younger fighter and give it to Danny. But don't get me wrong, Guerrero is tough, he's durable, he's experienced, and he's never been stopped. This fight could potentially be a war and is likely to go the full 12 rounds, as both fighters have very good chins. Either way, guys like Thurman, Porter, Brook, Khan, Spence will be eagerly watching to see how Danny progresses through the welterweight division. Although the Ghost has never been stopped before, there's a first time for everything. Although Danny has never been stopped before and has never been beaten before, although some would disagree, this is boxing, anything can happen. Now I for one can't wait. Garcia, Guerrero, fight night. Let's get it on. Let's talk boxing. Signing out. Please subscribe.